and welcome to this 50th live tech Q&A session, and where you can ask me some tech related questions and hopefully I'll be able to answer them. So let's start this, and you can post your questions in the YouTube comments below and I'll take them. The first question I got is from Awesome, and he says that I wanted to ask, what should I buy, Nexus 5 or Xperia Z1 or anything else? Thank you. Awesome. Between the Nexus 5 and the Xperia Z1, I would definitely recommend the Nexus 5, because the problem with the Xperia Z1 is that the display quality is not that good. If you just tilt the phone even a little bit, it completely the image is washed out because the viewing angles are horrible on that device. Also, another issue I face with the Xperia Z1 is that it heats up a lot. It heats up even more than the Nexus 5. Yes, even the Nexus 5 gets heated up when you stress it, but the Xperia Z1 heats up even more than this Nexus 5. So definitely between the Nexus 5 and the Xperia Z1, I'll recommend the Nexus 5. Anything else, as you have told, if you are on a tight budget, you can also look at this Xiaomi Mi 3. Performance is very good. Using it for the past 6 days, and in fact, in terms of battery life, it's much better compared to the Nexus 5. I hope that info helps you. Also, you can look at the LG G Pro 2. It is slightly above 30,000, but if you like the large screen size phablets, that's also an excellent device. Next question is, this is a computer-related question. This is by Partha. Hello, sir. I'm a big fan of you. He says, please help me to get off from sound problem in my computer. Speaker is okay, but sound driver is not installing on it. And when I click it on the sound icon, it shows a dialog box detecting problem and process is terminated. I checked out the motherboard generated by professional. They said it's okay. Again, I can't comment on this. I'm not actually troubleshooting a lot of computer stuff these days, but yes, it looks like a driver issue. So try doing that and see if it works, but it can also be a hardware issue. If you are installing the driver, then also you're getting an error. I don't know if these days you can get external sound cards. Earlier, we could just get external sound cards and plug it in. So try with an external sound card if it does not work. I hope it helps. This is by Venkatesh Pillai. He says that he has 3 questions. First one, which phone do you prefer, Moto X or Xiaomi Mi 3 in terms of build quality and long-term usage? Build quality of the Xiaomi Mi 3 is also very good, and in fact the build quality of the Moto X is also great. In fact, in terms of the hand feel, I love the Moto X because I do feel this Mi 3 is a little bit taller in the hand, but that Moto X with its 4.8-inch screen just fits perfectly in your single hand. So single hand operations is way more comfortable on the Moto X. But when it comes to raw performance, I do feel that this this Mi 3 is a lot faster, and also in terms of battery life, it is better than the Moto X. So you decide which one is better for you. Regarding long-term usage, I just can't comment on this Mi 3. I have been using this now for about 5 to 6 days. It's been working perfectly. As you can see, I'm having my main SIM on this device because the new LG G3 that I bought just crapped out on me, giving SIM errors and whatnot rubbish. So I've been using, and for the past 6 days, it's been working perfectly. I did not notice any major issues with this device as of now. But again, in terms of long-term usage, again, I don't know how will be the service and end-user support for the Xiaomi Mi 3 because it's a new product. So again, you got to decide regarding that. Second question is, oh my God, what's the point of selling Xiaomi products that at a very low cost compared to other brands? I also read that the Xiaomi actually, they do not make a lot of profit on the device itself. They sell it almost at the manufacturing cost. It's not like other brands. For example, the other brands for the LG, Samsung, HTC, etc. Their Tier 1 phones have a markup margin of around 200 to 300%. So yes, we are getting very good hardware at a very good price, and looks like Xiaomi this Mi 3 is priced very low, as this is their first product in India and they want to be very aggressive. That way they can capture a lot of market. I think so. That's the logic. Third thing he asks us is, will I review this Xiaomi Redmi 1S when it launches for about 7,000 rupees. I can't comment on it because if you recall, this Xiaomi devices are just sold via Flipkart, and the issue is that whenever they are sold, it just gets sold out in a couple of minutes. Also, it was a nightmare getting this Mi 3. I got it in the first round, but it took me about, I must have refreshed that page 100 times. After that, luckily I got it. So if I am able to order that Redmi 1S when it's launching on Flipkart, if I get it, I'll try to review it. But again, looks like it is very tough to get these devices on Flipkart because most of the time it just gets sold out or the Flipkart site just crashes. So let's see what happens. I can't comment on it. Again, I have to buy these products just like you guys. I don't get a preferred treatment or anything like that. So let's see how it goes. Next question is from I am Sumant. Need to know your thoughts on Intel Mobile SoC. Are there any compatibility issues? Are they cooler compared to Qualcomm? Which one would you prefer? Again, it's very difficult to say comparing Qualcomm to Intel chipset because to be very frank, if we take the price to performance ratio, I'm very impressed with this Intel chipsets that are coming with this Asus ZenFone series. They're very fast. And the performance is also blazingly fast. For example, this is the Asus ZenFone 4. Let me just show you. I'll just do the navigation, etc. Just notice how fluid this device is. It's even more fluid than the LG G3 that I was using. There's no lagginess or anything like that. So I'm super impressed with it. But one place where I noticed the Qualcomm products are a little bit better is in terms of battery life. The battery life is not bad, I would say, on these, but it's not as great as some of the Qualcomm parts. So you just can't say which is better, but definitely if you compare the price to performance ratio, then we are getting quite a bit of bang with this Intel-based device, especially with this Asus ZenFone Zen series. And I would love to see more devices with this Intel Atom, processor. So let's see how it pans out. Looks like Intel is aggressive now, and they have a good enough device. Earlier, Atom processors were not that great, and they also had heating issues and battery life issues. So just wait, and I think so this year we might see some other products also using this Intel Atom SoC. This is by Kamesh Kotwani, and he asks us, why are you not posting the weekly blog? Kamesh, just look at my channel. It's been so hectic. I have actually so many devices that I have to actually finish reviewing, and there is a timeline. I have some tablets also, so it's just that I'm not getting time to do that weekly vlog. In fact, even on Sundays I'm working. That much load is there, and yesterday night till 2 o'clock I was working. So that's why I'm not able to do the blog. When again I have some free time, I'll do that. I hope that helps you. This is by Gokul Krishna. Sir, even though the Mi 3 has 2 gigs of RAM, only 400 MB is free, and in Redmi 1S only 200 MB is free out of 1 GB. Does this mean the Mi UI has poor RAM management? No. In fact, in this Mi 3, if you go to the multitasking menu, you hold the menu button for a while, as you can see, all these apps are running. If I kill everything and swipe away everything out, you get about 1 gig of free RAM that is available to you. And in fact, don't worry about the RAM on the Mi 3. As I told you earlier, if you joined late, I have been using this device for the past 5-6 days. And in fact, if you just watch even the gaming review that I did with this, I didn't have to flush out the games also. Very heavy games I played, and it handled them without any issues. So memory is not an issue with it, and it's actually a bad idea to manually remove all the apps from the memory. Let Android handle it. And the Mi UI is optimized, and I did not notice any sort of lagginess or anything on this device till now. So don't worry about RAM management, and don't try to do it automatically. Let Android handle that. So let me just move to the next question. This is by Abhimanyu Singh, and he asked a peculiar question. Please suggest a good and inexpensive webcam with mic jack for Macintosh. These days you're not getting webcams with mic jack, but you can check out the Logitech series of webcams. In fact, you can check out my channel. The current one that I'm using is a little bit expensive. I'm shooting from the Logitech C920. It's a little bit expensive, but the Logitech C10 and the 510 or 520 are pretty affordable, and you just have one USB port on that, and you don't have to put a separate mic or whatever. It has built-in microphones. So check out that webcam. They're pretty good, and they work with the Mac. That's important. Okay, let's move to the next question. I'm getting a lot of question about this Xiaomi. So I'll just take this one, then I'll just move to the next question. This is by Rahul Krishna. Hi Ranjit, good evening. He says you're doing a good job. Please answer these questions. And then he has two questions. Why Flipkart is not stocking products like Moto E, Xiaomi when there is a heavy demand? Is this a marketing strategy? I don't think so. It's a marketing strategy. But again, looks like Moto E was available on Flipkart for quite a bit of time. Earlier, yes, when it launched, it was going out of stock. Looks like it's the supply and demand issue. Moto E is also an excellent deal for about 7,000 rupees, and the Xiaomi is also excellent deal. And looks like Xiaomi is just not supplying enough quantities to Flipkart. Yes, I can understand the frustration people are having when you want to buy a product and it's simply not available. So I just hope that they get enough stocks before they do their next sale. And to be frank, I'm also a little bit annoyed by the way these guys are conducting the sales. They're like 1 lakh people or so wanted to buy this device, but heard that they had less than 10,000 units for sale. So I don't know. Second thing he asks is buying a phone or laptop battery from online is safe? I found reviews that it might be fake. Yes, if you buy it from eBay or stuff like that, there is a good chance that you might get a fake battery. It happens a lot on eBay. So just be a little bit careful when you buy batteries online. Let me just again, I won't take some Xiaomi questions, just Xiaomi questions again and again, again and again. We'll take it after some time. This is by Man of Punjabi. He says OnePlus One or Nexus 5 for true Android geeks who loves flashing, rooting, and tweaking around the devices, not considering the availability. I would say, personally, I'll give you my opinion because I had that OnePlus One for a day with me. It's a great phone. If you like large screen size phones, it's a great phone. It had a 5.5-inch screen, but when you hold the phone, it feels larger than that. I would say in dimensions and the hand feel, it was feeling that I was holding a Note kind of a device, like a Note 3 or something like that, because the bezels are very big. And personally, I do not like that big phone. So for me, still the Nexus is a better bet. But again, Nexus is not a perfect phone. Battery life on Nexus 5 is not that great. And when it comes to, I don't do routing stuff and whatnot, but still I would say in terms of the community, the Nexus, you will find a lot more ROMs, and even the latest version of Android, you will definitely get on Nexus. So again, it's a personal preference. I would say what you want, you decide. You want a larger device or a smaller device with stock Android experience that Google releases. It's up to you. I am not following about the custom ROMs on OnePlus One, so I'm not very clear about what is the scene of that. So you got to check it out with some other forums. Let's move to the next question. Where did it scroll? Okay. This is by Gaurav Chaudhary. I don't have the answer for all of this. Let's see if some of you can answer it. He says, good evening. I'm joining this Q&A session live almost after 6 months. Great. It's been almost a year since we started this live Q&A sessions. It's been incredible journey. 1 year. It's been 1 year. Okay, let's move to the. And he says he has 3 questions. The first question I can't answer. Maybe some of you can. Is the Nikon D5300 a good buy for beginners in photography? Gaurav, I can't answer this question because I don't use Nikon DSLRs. I just use Canon DSLRs. I have been using Canon DSLRs and I have lenses for Canon DSLRs. So I just use that, and I have no idea about this Nikon model that you are saying. That is the D5300. But any of you guys, if you are using this Nikon D5300, do let Gaurav know if it's a good camera, that's a good DSLR or not. Second thing, did you install OS X Yosemite public beta? No, no, I haven't installed it. It's a beta, and the Mac that I'm using, this is my production machine, and this live cast is also being done from that. And I just can't take the chances of installing a beta product. And in fact, with Mac OS X, even when they release the final release, I generally don't jump and install it, because I know there are a lot of bugs even when their final release is there. And only after a month of final release, I generally install it on my machines, because this is my primary work machine. Yes, I might give it a try on my MacBook Air, because that's not my primary machine, but I'm not that keen as of now, because I'm just too busy to play around with it. Third question he asks is, regardless of apps, would Lumia 1520 be a good upgrade from the LG G2? Again, it comes down to the size. As you're telling, apps is not an issue for you. The Lumia 1520 was a nice device, but again, it was just too big. It had that 6-inch screen. So I would say that go to a local shop, handle that device in your hand, and see if you like it. Because the LG G2, though it had that 5.1-inch screen, it had the very what do you say, less bezels, and it was very comfortable to hold in a single hand. But that's not the case with the Lumia 1520. So go to a local shop, handle the device, and then decide for yourself. This is by Arvind Kejriwal. Do you find any difference between a 2K and a 1080p panel? Yes, to be very frank, if the device I'm just looking from a normal distance, let's say I'm just holding it like this, I don't see any difference between a 1080p 5-inch display and the 2K display that we are getting on the LG G3, etc. One place I do notice is that in web pages where there is very, very, very minute font, if I look carefully, yes, it's a little bit sharper. And in some of the, what do you say, very high quality pictures, you can notice it. But for day-to-day activity, I would say, I don't see it as a much difference. And I would say it's kind of a marketing gimmick as of now. There's not a huge leap, like, okay, if you look, just move from a 1080p panel to a 2K panel, you'll just say, wow, nothing like that. If you just watch my LG G3 unboxing and first impressions video, you'll notice that when I opened the device and just used it, there was nothing like a wow factor using that 2K screen for the first time. So I hope that answers your question. 1080p for around 5-inch screen is good enough. Even a 1080p screen, 1080p panel at 5 inches would be about 440 ppi. So I don't know. I'm like in my late 30s, so I don't have any eyesight. Then also I couldn't find any differences. It's up to you. Again, I feel it's a sort of a marketing gimmick. This is by Ahmed. Good evening, sir. Love your videos. He says, I need a mobile for my sister for rupees 15 to 17,000. She needs Samsung mobile, nice camera, good phone. Suggest me a mobile for that price range. You can have a look at this Samsung Galaxy S4 Mini. It is around 16-17,000 or so, has a good camera, and it's a compact size device. As you said that you only want Samsung mobile, you can also have a look at the Grand 2. I don't know the price of the Grand 2 as of now, but last time I checked, this was around 19,000. So, but definitely give a try to the Samsung Galaxy S4 Mini. This is by Gaurav Patel, again a computer-related question. And he says, your reviews are helpful, thank you. I am a trader medical products and want to buy a laptop under rupees 40. Interested in touch screens. Suggest me one that can do office work and some video editing too. Gaurav, to be frank, I can't give you particular models or whatever because I just don't review Windows-based laptops. As you said that you are interested in the touch screen, then you might have to look at Windows 8 based laptops. And I would say that check out with the processor that comes with an Intel Core i5 and minimum of 4 gigs of RAM. Ideally, as you said that you will be doing video editing, see if that laptop allows upgrade to 8 gigs of RAM. I hope that info helps you. Let me just move on. Some of you are asking me about specific problems with your PC that you're running games, etc. I just can't answer this question, guys. I do not play any games on my computer. For gaming, I do occasional gaming. I have the Xbox 360 and the PS4, but I just don't do any gaming on the PC. So can't troubleshoot questions regarding some XYZ game and why it's not running on your PC. I just don't do PC gaming. Let me just move to the next question. This is by Ritesh Verma. Again, a gaming related question. What is wrong with the game CD prices in India? He says he bought a NBA 2K14 at the time of launch for around 1600 rupees, but now that sells for 500 rupees, and that too within 2-3 months of launch. Ritesh, looks like that the game flopped in the Indian market, and the distributor or whatever just wants to finish off the inventory as soon as possible. Generally, it happens with the game, but again, yes, it is unusual to see just after 2-3 months of launch. This is by Sri Harsha. He says, what is the difference between AMOLED and IPS display? Which one do you prefer? With the AMOLED display, generally you find this with high-end Samsung devices, and in fact, even this Samsung Galaxy Tab S has that Super AMOLED display. The thing is with the AMOLED is you get very almost inky blacks, and the contrast level is excellent. Also, AMOLED displays tend to be, for example, even this Galaxy K Zoom that I have, I'll just boot it, also has that AMOLED display. I think the battery is dead. Oops, sorry, can't boot it out of juice. It's much more vibrant, I would say, and in fact, the pictures actually look a lot punchier than what they are in real. So some people do not like that AMOLED, but on the other hand, I know many people who like the AMOLED for that extra saturation that you get and the extra colors that you get. So it's a personal preference. I'm kind of neutral. I prefer the IPS because this is the AMOLED display. Generally, we get with Samsung devices very punchy colors, I would say. But with a IPS grade screen, the colors are actually they won't be that vibrant, but in real life also what you see is not that vibrant. So I would say a good calibrated IPS display will be more close to reality compared to AMOLED display. But again, AMOLED technology is also improving a lot, and in fact I would say the AMOLED panel that I found on the Samsung Galaxy S5 was excellent. So again, it comes down to personal preference, I would say. If you are working on a you're professional and you work on photographs and video, then maybe the IPS grade panel might be better for you. So let's move to the next question. I'm getting a lot of questions. This is by Ayush. Is OnePlus One launching in India? As of now, I can't say 100%. There is no statement by the company that they are officially launching. Yes, they did make a blog post that they are interested in coming to India and they might come to India. And looks like strong, according to the very strong rumors, yes, they might be coming to the India, but they haven't made this statement official as of now. And also, as of now, we don't know at what prices will that OnePlus One devices would be launched. So let's move to the next question. This is by Clinton. He says, do you have any problems in charging the Mi 3 as few people are finding that the screen is not responding while charging? No, I did not have any issues. And in fact, I do use the device sometimes when it is charging. Yes, I have heard some people having issues with even the SIM tray. Yes, I also noticed that the SIM tray is a little bit hard to come out. But regarding touch functionality, I did not face any issues with this Mi 3. And he asks us how much time does it take to charge the Mi 3 from 0 to 100%. Actually, I have no idea because I haven't timed it yet. But one thing I can tell you is that the Mi 3 does charge pretty quickly. It's not. It does not take a long time to charge the device. Let me just move to the next question. This is by Raghav Texnath. He says, "Here, Ranjit, I'm looking to buy the HTC One M8 next month. Should I consider any other phone? The camera is not the priority. I have DSLRs for that purpose. Or should I wait for the next variant of model of the M8?" And he continues that, "And do you think in any way M8 is overpriced? Gunmetal Gray is selling for about 46,000 at Flipkart. Should I wait or go for it?" Raghav, to be very frank, I'll tell you that I regret selling my HTC One M8. I just sold the HTC One M8 to fund my LG G3, and I'm disappointed with the LG G3 compared to the HTC One M8. Yes, the camera on the HTC One M8 is not that great, as I've even mentioned in my review. But if you forget about the camera, overall package, I would say the HTC One M8 is one of the best smartphones for 2014, and I have used all the flagship devices. So apart from the camera, yes, I still recommend the HTC One M8 due to its superior build quality, great battery life, and the overall feel of the phone. And I have to say, it is one of the smoothest operating phone that I have tested in 2014. There is no noticeable lag or anything like that. It is buttery smooth device. And moving from this HTC One M8 to the LG G3, the LG G3 I saw a lot of lag in the LG G3. So definitely it's a good device, but I can't just speculate if you should wait for the next model or not, and I have no idea when will that launch and at what price. So yes, the HTC One M8 is a good phone if camera is not a priority. I can't speculate about the pricing. It's up to you to decide about that. So let me just move. This is by Gaurav, sir. Which is better? He says, ask us ZenFone 5 or the Moto G. And when will be the ZenFone 5 be available at retail stores? I have no idea about the ZenFone 5 because I haven't tested it. I have this, what is this, ZenFone 6 with me. And so as I haven't tested the ZenFone 5, I can't comment on it. But the Zen series, even this, what do you say, this ZenFone 6 is very fluid device, excellent I would say, and definitely in terms of camera, it is better than the what you wanted to compare with the Moto G. It is better than the Moto G. But again, no idea when this ZenFone 5 8GB will be available. It's out of stock for such a long time now. This is by Garv Madan, and he asks us, is the 5S a good phone? I think so you are referring to iPhone 5S. I'm assuming that. I don't care about the battery, he says, as it would be connected to internet at night for about half an hour only. Yes, the iPhone 5S is an excellent phone if you are okay with smaller screen size. The iPhone 5S has a 4-inch screen, and if you are okay with that, I had an excellent experience with the iPhone 5S overall. I used the device almost for about 45 days as my primary device. The only reason I gave up on iPhone 5S was that smaller 4-inch screen and some of the restrictions of iOS that I don't like. So yes, the iPhone 5S is a great device. This is by Aryan Malek, and he's asking me about my internet connection. And he says, I want to know which company's internet connection do you use, and what data plan are you using? I use internet from a local ISP in Hyderabad. This is just in Hyderabad as of now, and that's known as Beam Fiber. And they give their internet connection on a fiber optic line, and I have that. And I am on a 50 megabit internet connection, and the download speed and the upload speed, both I get about 50 megabit. In fact, I get around 55 megabits per second. And my plan is 50 megabit speed. I get up to 100 GB per month. After 100 GB, if I do cross that, then FUP hits and I get 6 megabits up and down after 100 GB. So I hope that info helps. This is by Dushan Yadav. He's asking which mic Sir, which mic is, I think so he's asking which mic am I using for my videos. In fact, I'm using this mic that you see. This is the Yeti Blue mic, and I have been using this Yeti Blue mic for the last 3.5 years or so. This is by Kishore. He asks us this question. He says, MI3 or the HTC 816 without considering the price? I would say Mi3. This is by Manhant. He says, I have one question. Can Moto G get the Android update? Please answer, he says. To be very frank, I just can't answer that question. Only Motorola can answer that question if Moto G will get the Android update. As of now, they haven't made a statement about what devices will get the Android update. So just try to post this question directly to Motorola, and hopefully they might answer your question. This is by Siddharth. He says, will you review the HTC One E8? As of now, I just can't promise about the HTC One E8 because already have just too many devices. I've invested a lot of money on these devices. I will try to review it sometime next month. Let's see how it goes. So all I can say is I'll give it a try, but cannot promise as of now if I'll review the HTC One E8. This is by Tech Geek Ram Prasad Nayak. He's asking us a good phone or a tablet under rupees 30,000. He says he's confused between the Nexus 5 LG G2, Xperia Z, and tablet Nexus 7 or the Samsung. I would say have a look at the Nexus 7 tablet, the cellular model. Also, forget about the Xperia Z. Also, under phones, I would say look at the LG G2 over the Nexus 5. I would say if you're not worried about the stock experience, as the battery life and the camera is better on the LG G2. This is by Aditya. Again, a computer-related question, and he asks us. He says he wants to build a custom gaming PC, and he asks us, should I buy the components from a local store, that is Lamington Road in Mumbai, or go with Flipkart or Amazon? Both the Flipkart and Amazon are pretty reliable, and if you are comfortable, and I would say even the local stores, if you know the local store, go with that. But just check the prices. If you're getting a better deal on Amazon or Flipkart, you can go with that. Because all of them give this almost the same warranty. But if your local store is giving, and you know that person is giving you a good deal, go with the local store. This is by Sachin. He says, hey, hi Ranjit, are you going to do a thermal test on the Xperia Mi3? It will clear all the dots about phone heating. Sachin, just check out my gaming review that I already posted on this Mi3 about 3 or 4 days. In that, I did my heating test after playing the games continuously for about 20 minutes. Yes, I did test it. It does get a little bit hot after about 20 minutes, but I did notice that it does not get as hot as the Nexus 5. So let me move to the next question. This is a very interesting question by Nirmeet Patel, and I would love your opinion about it. I'll give my opinion about it, but again, this is a question that is a personal type of a question, so I would love to hear your opinion. So this Nirmeet Patel asks us this question: do you think that these new phones from Chinese manufacturers like Xiaomi, OnePlus One, etc. are worth to buy, even if you are capable of buying high-end phones from known brand like LG, Samsung, etc.? So looks like you asked this question because you are a little bit of brand, you have brand consciousness. So looks like you are worried that if somebody sees you holding this Mi, you will be worried. So end of the day, it comes down to personal preference, I would say. I don't have an affinity with the brand or whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I use sometimes the high-end handsets. Sometimes I use even the low-cost end handset. For example, the secondary phone that I'm using these days is this Asus ZenFone 4. That is just 6,000 rupees. So I don't have any affinity that I only have to use the high-end phone. Otherwise, people will think I'm dumb or something like that. Or if I use affordable phone, that I'll be called cheapskate. I don't have things like that. I generally look for overall performance of the device, and if the device does offer me that, I go with that. That's my personal opinion. So I would like to know, what do you think about this? This is a very interesting question, I would say. So hopefully you can chime in your comments in the comment section about this topic. Let me just move to the next question, and it's already about over 30 minutes, so I will be ending this soon. This is by Joker. He says, hey, I want to buy a tablet in the range of rupees 35,000 to 45,000. What would you suggest, and when's the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8.4 will be available in the Indian market? The Tab S8.4 is actually already available in the Indian market. In fact, about 4 days ago when I went to a local store, it was available. So yes, it is coming already in this market. And this is the Tab S8.4. It is being performing pretty well, I would say. I have no issues with this. I also have the bigger one. This is the Tab S10.5. Personally speaking, I just prefer the larger screen size because I just use these tablets at night. So I just prefer the larger screen size over the smaller one. But both of them actually do perform almost the same because the internals are exactly the same. The RAM on both is 3 gigs. They have the exact same processor. So definitely you can check them out. Go to a local store. I would say check out these tablets. And the striking thing about this Samsung Tab S lineup is this display. It's a crazy display. In a good sense, I would say. It's a very vibrant display. So if you like a very vibrant display and are too much worried about image quality or stuff like that, check out this. You will be amazed at the display quality being offered on this Tab S. I'll just shut this off. I'm getting a lot of notifications. Let me just power it off. Okay, let's just move to the next question. This is by Siddharth Srinivas. He asks us, how is the performance of the Galaxy Tab S8.4? Overall, the performance is okay, nice. In terms of the apps, when I use the apps and when I play the games, I did not notice any lag whatsoever. But in the UI, when you're just navigating, sometimes, I would say 10% of the time, I do notice a little bit of hiccup and stuttering that we generally see with TouchWiz. That is present. But apart from that, I was happy with this device overall. Let's just move to the next question. This is by Techie Geek. He says, hi sir, my name is Prem Dev. I've just started a YouTube tech channel. Please suggest me a good camera under rupees 20,000. Techie Geek, I would suggest that at the 20,000 price point, you can get a camcorder. But I would say that invest a little bit more, 3,000-4,000 more. That way you can get an entry-level DSLR. But the only con with the DSLRs is that you have to do manually autofocusing. But the image quality that you can get with the DSLR is far, far better compared to a camcorder. So I hope that info helps you. So let me just, and this is by Rahul Kumar. I'll just take this question. He just says Asus ZenFone, and does it have USB OTG support? This is a very surprising thing. The most affordable version of ZenFone, that is the Asus ZenFone 4. This one has USB OTG support, but surprisingly, the most expensive one, the Asus ZenFone 6, does not have USB OTG support. I don't know what was Asus thinking. I can't comment about the ZenFone 5 if it has USB OTG or not, because I just don't have that device. So this was it's already about 40 minutes. So it's I'll be ending this session, guys. So this was the 50th live tech Q&A session, and again we'll be doing this next week again on Tuesday at 7 p.m. and I hope that you'll be able to join me. Thank you. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.